I know Candiace Dilliard Bassett, pregnant and all, is laughing somewhere because...
My God, today.
Ladies.
TV Deets is reporting that Keiarna, who's a new cast member of the Real Housewives of Potomac, is suing Deborah. You remember Deborah. I'm not going to even say... you insert the jokes for yourself, okay? She's suing her for that RHOP Brawl from last season.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. First off, I forgot to mention this in the previous video that we did. I just want to say thank you to everyone that came out yesterday here in New York City for the Kempire After Dark live experience, including the Brooke Ashley for hosting. We appreciate our fellow Taurus sister girl who's doing her own damn thing. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to her podcast as well. I want to thank Jasmine Cooper, Silas Cooper, Jason, Justice for Jason was there, and of course, Noelle Hughley for being a part of the Kempire After Dark live experience. You know, we love the show. We review the show. If I didn't love the show, if I didn't support the show, you would know it. You would know it. I don't play games about things that I don't like. We talk about it regularly here. But it was a show that we really supported, really liked, and we want to see a season 3. As you know, Bravo has said that they've been put on pause. That doesn't mean anything. Right now, what Bravo is looking for is for you guys to hit them up and say, we need a season 3. We need a season 3. Go hit them up on social media. And don't forget to use the hashtag Summer House Martha's Vineyard or Summer House MV. All right. So again, shout out to them for always supporting me here and what I do here. All right. And shout out to all of you that came out last night. We had a good look. I was cussing. Come on. I don't curse, but I was like, this is Kempire After Dark. You guys are grown. Let me say a couple of F-bombs. It felt good. It's a stress relief. Now I understand why you guys cuss regularly. Maybe. Anyways, guys. We have to talk about this Real Housewives of Potomac story because literally when I was finished doing the previous story, I saw that this story had dropped. Our friends over at TV Deets have gotten a lot of the exclusives when it comes to the Real Housewives of Potomac and what's been going on for this current season. Dr. Wendy Acefo and Giselle have reunited as friends. We talked about that last night. Oh, yeah. Shout out to those of you that watched the live stream. You guys showed out with that live stream. You were like, yes, I want to see the show. I appreciate it, y'all. And hopefully we will be able to do it for other shows, but no promises. This is why I said go get it if you can. But we did briefly talk a little bit about Real Housewives of Potomac and what's going on this season, but we did not see the story. And apparently this lawsuit was filed back in February. Let me report to you what TV Deets is reporting because this is their exclusive. As always, we will be citing our sources in the description. So they said Keiarna Stewart is suing Deborah Williams for assault and battery over their explosive fight featured on season 8 of Bravo's RHOP, Real Housewives of Potomac. TV Deets can report exclusively. They said the lawsuit, which was filed in D.C. Superior Court in February of 2024. Wow. Okay, it expands on the altercation with Keiarna alleging that Deborah had been making inflammatory comments all night about Candiace Dilliard Bassett's husband, Chris Bassett. Oh, excuse me. So we had heard that she had been doing things. However, we didn't realize that this was happening the entire night. They said, according to the complaint, the ill will between the two continued throughout the evening with Deborah allegedly picking up a heavy glass filled with a beverage and attempting to pour it on Candiace's head with contents making their way to Keiarna. And if you watch the video footage, you see this play out. Keiarna Stewart is also alleging that the now empty glass hit her in the forehead, causing a serious laceration, which we ended up seeing during this past season. She was in the bathroom and she was like bloody. We're like, oh, what happened? With the two then engaging in an altercation that eventually leaked to TV Deets and video subsequently to TMZ. The fight itself was featured on season 8 of the Bravo hit TV show. According to the court documents, Keiarna had to receive stitches which bonded her and Karen Huger. Look, we have a lot to say about Karen Huger, especially after this past season and that DUI arrest. However, Keiarna got really emotional during the reunion because of how Karen really showed up for her in that moment. So this is what transpired afterwards. So she says that she had to receive stitches, now has a, quote, permanent scar, and she's asking for $10 million in damages for the mental and physical anguish associated with the incident. She's also asking the court for a jury trial. Deborah, for her part, has pled not guilty and is denying all the allegations made in the complaint. So they said, while Deborah Williams, who was introduced to the Real Housewives of Potomac viewers as a friend of Ashley Darby, will not be featured on Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9, Keiarna Stewart is returning as an official friend of the Housewives, and this lawsuit drama is expected to play out on the Bravo show when it returns later this year. I don't know if it should play out, especially if Deborah's not returning. It seems like a non-factor to even talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a fan of Deborah, but at the same time, I'm like, if she's not there having a conversation about it, and if Keiarna's not suing Ashley Darby, unless it's an issue between her and Ashley Darby, but she's not suing Ashley, it just feels like, let's not talk about it. It's unnecessary. It's lowbrow. Well, speaking of lowbrow, Real Housewives of Atlanta and what's going on over there. But it just feels unnecessary. And also feels unnecessary is this $10 million. I don't know what Deborah has in regards to money, family money, or what her husband has in regards to money. I mean, if this was Ashley Darby you were suing, we know how much Michael has. She's still married to that man, Gullum. $10 million seems, I'm trying to understand, you know, people sometimes file these lawsuits, not necessarily really for the money. It's more so for discovery. It's more so for draining people's pockets. But in this day and age, I know American society is very litigious. It just feels like it's unnecessary to put yourself through the legal battle, to put yourself through the stress. Because I know right now you probably don't feel stress about it, Keiarna. Or maybe you do because you do have a permanent scar. But $10 million seems like a lot. But maybe you're expecting this to not go to trial and in a settlement. But how much? Look, we don't know that much about Deborah, to be honest. So she could be loaded for all we know. I don't know about that because I feel as if the minute that we saw her on the show, the Bravo investigators would have been like, did you know her husband has cachet? Or did you know she comes from family money? I feel like people would have discovered that, but maybe they will now. So maybe $10 million won't seem that crazy. And maybe Keiarna figured that out. But it feels like a lot. It feels like a lot. We won't go through the court documents, but TV Deeds does provide the court documents for you guys to read through all of the specifics of what went down between Keiarna and Deborah during the season. Again, I'm only reporting on this because we did see this last season, but I really do not want to see them discuss this in season 9. I really don't. I feel like, yes, Keiarna is going to be a part of the show, but Deborah's not going to be a part of the show. So we're going to be talking about someone that's not a part of the show. And honestly, we don't even love talking about her, even when she was making those little, remarks or coming through in a scene and they're making sound effects of like, ah! You know what I mean? So the fact that we're going to have to talk about her and give her a moment to go to social media and talk about this because now she feels like she's relevant, I hope that we do not. Bravo post-production, I know you watch. Hey, can we not? Look, can we not? And they're watching your comments too, guys. So just let them know, do you want to hear Keiarna talk about this lawsuit or Deborah? So that way we're going to be speaking of Deborah and having Deborah on social media reacting to it. Do you want to see it? Let us know in the comment section. That way they can start the editing process of editing this whole situation out. And have you found out whether or not that Deborah's got this kind of money? Because if she does, wow, maybe we need her on the season. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm being facetious. Anyways, guys, let's continue this conversation in regards to Keiarna Stewart suing Deborah Williams after that Real Housewives of Potomac brawl that was featured in season 8 of the Hits TV series. So let's continue this conversation there. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Sidebar. Boston! I'll see you Thursday. Go get your tickets for the Kempire After Dark live show. I'm coming to Boston, probably my first and last. I'm playing. I like Boston. I've been there. It's just been a long time since I've been to Boston, so that will tell you when will be the next time. So if you're in Boston and you've been sort of like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to go. Come on, I was doing Chris Brown poses with people yesterday. We could do our own little, you know, it's going to be a different experience. I'm going to make sure the Boston show is completely different. Well, every show is different, to be honest with you. Every single show is different because the topics change. But the meet and greet, come on now. We're going to have a good time. Go get your tickets today. More information on our Boston show, our July 11th show in Nashville. I'm excited about Nashville. I'm just excited to go to Nashville. And my Atlanta show, Atlanta. Come on now. Come on now. I'm ready for you, Atlanta. Oh, and the gay boys. Yeah, I'm coming now. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Here we go now.